Welcome to this episode of Shine Africa. And we are so excited to have you. We are still in Buea, the capital of the southwest region of Cameroon. Today we are going to talk about something very, very exciting. I say so because the last time we had a guest like this, we had our Facebook page flooding with messages. And ladies and gentlemen, we are talking on African Christianity. The last time the Reverend Forchan was on the show, he talked to us about African traditional religion. Today we want to find out just how different the two are, how similar they are, and more and more and more. Before we get to that, my guest is an African man, very African, and that's why we're beginning this show with an African artist from Orokoland. You're going to discover him. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for my guest artist.
Waweri mana ware muko, eboke kiaka. Eke bawari bakayo, bawari basuye, basejo botekelaku, babana bateni yombusa e. Bawari bakayo, bawari basuye, basejo botekelaku, babana bateni yombusa e. Tata Edimo Andrew, Michigan. Bawali bakayo, bawali basuye, basejo botekelaku, babana bateni yombusa e. Bawali bakayo, bawali basuye, basejo botekelaku, babana bateni yombusa e. Katantingi waters, matiba malunge, merela. Yako wale moria, weni mboka e papa. Yako wale moria e weni mboka e. Yako wale moria, weni mboka e. Yako wale moria e weni mboka e. Yako wale moria, weni mboka e papa. Yako wale moria e weni mboka e. Yako wale moria, weni mboka e. Yako wale moria e weni mboka e. Dr. Ebongo Zak, tata mboka isananga yo. Tatakanie, ekondo tatakanie. Tatakani mamboka imasu tatakanie. Ima tatakanie, tatakani mamboka e. Tatakanie mboka iasu tatakanie. Tatakanie, ekondo tatakanie. Tatakani mamboka imasu tatakanie. Ima tatakanie, tatakani mamboka e. Tatakanie mboka iasu tatakanie. Chief banambare etu ake banando sindelo saringi joda. Papasto elangwe esoe amakane tetetero seneke mbako. Tato base yako wale muria weni mboka. Yako wale muria e weni mboka e. Yako wale muria e weni mboka e. Chief Joseph Mokete Nebale, tata ebu kimbao. Balana base yoy, wabiani babu batibaki. Yana base yoy, wabarana babu batibaki. Bana base yoy, wabasangwe batibaki. Neke bana base yoy, wabanyangwe batibaki. Ekondo beambae, ima ekondo beambao. Ekondo beambae, nebele ekondo beambae. Ekondo beambae, nebele ekondo beambao. Tata opase Ebeneza Eswe, Minnesota. Banana base yoy, wabiani babu batibaki. Yana base yoy, wabarana babu batibaki. Bana base yoy, wabasangwe batibaki. Neke bana base yoy, wabanyangwe batibaki. Ekondo beambae, ima ekondo beambao. Ekondo beambae, nebele ekondo beambae. Ekondo beambae, nebele ekondo beambao. Mama Mary Obase, USA, Minnesota. Mboka isananga yo. Ayop Nyanga International, chong senkina nenu nevegere nenu nevegere nenu nevegere nenu nevegere serobebe mbonyo nenu nevegere bobarop chibo vera nenu nevegere bobarop chibo mukusai
economy nana economy. Ladies and gentlemen, this was very, very wonderful. I actually spent 3 years in Kumba, and this is the only thing I did not learn when I stayed at Kosala at the seminary. This is the one thing I did not learn, and it's so beautiful. And like I told you from the beginning, my guest is a very, very traditional man, and I want to add now a traditional pastor. Please, ladies and gentlemen, can you put your hands together for the Rev Bah from Injang? Bah, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are so sugar-coated. Everything about you is just correct. And I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot more about your outfit and everything that you're doing. You're welcome again.
Thank you. Thank you.
You asked us to do watermelon or pawpaw. I think the pawpaw
Watermelon
juice,
or pawpaw
juice.
Yeah.
Okay, we have pawpaw juice ready. Please, can you come to my kitchen where we do the happy juice?
Shine, Africa, shine. Shine, Africa, shine.
You're very welcome to my kitchen where we do the happy juice. So we're going to do a smoothie. This is pawpaw. There are no chaps. So we're doing a smoothie for you. And now our juice is ready. A glass for you. And a glass for me. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is white. Unfortunately, white is not found on my table.
Oh,
and
God.
I'll go in for the green.
Oh, God. And we have only one green. Oh, God. That's beautiful. What do I take? After green, you took my favorite color. So I take the purple. This is a royal color. Please, can you have a sip of your juice?
Thank you.
Wow, thank you for letting me have a taste of pawpaw juice in Boya. We got this morning in Boya, the regional capital of the Southwest region. And before we take leave of you, ladies and gentlemen, remember that a kitchen without a juicer is not alive. A kitchen without a juicer is not alive.
Shine, Africa, shine. Shine, Africa, shine.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from that happy juice break. And I am in the company of my very handsome guest, the Rev Bah from Injang. You're welcome again.
Thank you.
I received you today on the show with a lot of nostalgic feelings because we spent, I think, 1 year at the...
2 years.
2 years at the Presbyterian Theological Seminary, yes. And I'm so happy that I think after you came back from one of the countries.
From Ghana?
From Ghana, yes. We discussed that you should be on the show to tell us exactly what you have studied. But then we spent a lot of time in school, and I did not know a lot of things about you until we had to prepare you for this show. And one of the things I learned about you is that you dropped out of school after your first school leaving certificate. And of course, let me not forget to say that you come from Meta. Before Mbengwe, people beat me here. How did they greet people in Meta? Okay, so we're trying to say that after your first school leaving certificate, there was no money for you to further your education. And so you learned carpentry. You told me that it's modern furniture, but it's carpentry.
It's carpentry.
Yeah, it's carpentry. So you learned carpentry until after many years, you decided to enroll in an evening school. And today you are going in for your PhD. This is a wonderful testimony on how God can just change our stories around. And I'm so, so proud and I'm so, so happy about you. You met me in school. Today you are becoming a professor and I'm still here marking time.
You are not marking time. You are going further.
Oh, we thank God. We bless God for that. Okay, tell me about the time that you spent at, those times that you spent during your transition at the carpentry workshop.
Yeah, from the year 1992, when I had my first school leaving certificate, I was not able to go to school.
Okay.
I went to GBHS Mbengwi for interview.
Okay.
Succeeded in the interview and needed just 2,000 francs for registration to enroll, and it wasn't available.
2,000 francs.
2,000 francs. I left Mbengwi, came to Yoke, where I joined my mother.
At Moyoka, here in the Southwest region.
In the Southwest region.
Yeah.
From Bamenda, I came to Mbengwi, to Yoke.
Yeah.
And we spent some time at the carpentry workshop, as you rightly said, 4 years.
4 years.
4 good years.
So what happened that you decided to go to enroll for the GCE program?
I saw my dreams in the carpentry workshop beyond the work of the carpentry workshop.
Okay.
And so while I was in the carpentry workshop, 2 years after, from 1994 to 1995, and towards 1996, I decided to go in for the GCE ordinary
and you
level.
made it ordinary level
in
and
1996.
advanced level.
And
But you spent more than 10 years as Sunday school teacher, and you were a Sunday school teacher and also a lay preacher, more than about 16 years.
Yes, as well as an elder.
As an elder of the church. So was it also because of the financial difficulties?
Yeah, because I was not able to go to a conventional school, so I had to spend time doing other things.
Oh my God. Yeah. And in 2006,
I was admitted
the Presbyterian Theological Seminary. That's 1 year after me.
Yes.
Well, I be a grandson.
I know. That's why I said we spent 2 years together before 11
wow,
in 2008.
This is wonderful. But then I'm so happy that after you graduated, you were ordained. And you now had scholarships, many scholarships. I cannot call the names of the schools. Can you help me?
Yeah, after I left school, I went to Akwaya, as I indicated. I worked in Berlin and moved again to Bamumbo. From Bamumbo, I went to Fumbot.
Yeah.
That is when I
in the
applied.
West region of Cameroon. Yeah.
When I applied to go and read the master's in our alma mater, the Presbyterian Theological Seminary.
Yeah.
And I also had the possibility to apply at the Akrofi Christella Institute of Theology, Mission and Culture in Akwapem in Ghana.
Okay.
Akwapem in Ghana.
Okay.
And so I succeeded in both applications. I had admission in Kumba and in Ghana.
And you decided to go to Ghana.
And I chose the latter.
Well, I think that was a very wise decision. Obviously. And I also see that you've been an examiner, GCE examiner in religious studies.
Since 2010.
Since 2010.
Ordinary levels.
Yeah. And are you still doing that?
Yes. When I came back from Ghana, I took a leave of absence.
Okay.
As I went to Ghana, I came back. So I need to resume.
You resumed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very, you say that you are fervently married to your wife. Oh, God, and your wife is a nurse.
Yes.
So you are not a very poor pastor.
Obviously, the nurses are making news this time because of the pandemic in the world.
Okay.
She is a laboratory scientist.
Okay.
From
I have heard about happily married.
Yes.
It's the first time I hear fervently, seriously married. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you from the beginning that you're going to have a very interesting show today. And this is who we are talking to. When we come back, we are going to open up the topic of discussion for today. And I did tell you at the beginning, we're talking African Christianity. Put your hands together for our guest artist once more from Kumba.
Iya ndobe tabakata. Iya ibonga wabakundu. Jasuwara umekimasu. Imomeki masuro selwaka iyo misoe. Mamboka imasuro selwaka iyo miso. Omeki masuro selwaka iyo misoe. Nabana ondaboro selwaka iyo misoe. Chief Mokete Joseph Nebale Ebolimbao Imomeki masuro selwaka iyo misoe. Mamboka imasuro selwaka iyo miso. Omameki masuro selwaka iyo misoe. Nabana ondaboro selwaka iyo misoe. Chief Honorable Motasembo Dabite Bana bapangane Jasowara Ekondo Jasowara Imomeki masuro selwaka iyo misoe. Nabana ondaboro selwaka iyo misoe. Jasowara Ekondo Jasowara Imomeki masuro selwaka iyo misoe. Nabana ondaboro selwaka iyo misoe. Tata Kalo Isaac Banyangi onjiko Balana ba meme onjiko Batata na maia onjiko Nabana onjiko Ekondo biyamba Ekondo biyamba Jasowara Jasowara Pastor Elagwe Esoe Nota jekeli kanyangi onjiko Balana ba meme onjiko Batata na maia onjiko Nabana onjiko Ekondo biyamba Ekondo biyamba Jasowara Jasowara Tatangi mani obase Boke sananga yo Imomeki masue Omeki masue Imomeki masue Imomeki masue Omeki masue Selwaka iyo miso Nabana ondaboro selwaka iyo miso Imomeki masue Omeki masue Imomeki masue Ebeno omeki masue Omeki masue Selwaka iyo miso Nabana ondaboro selwaka iyo miso. 1 2 Allez 3 4 Maître Mokete King Solomon Fire Give money Don't money Give money Don't money Give money Give money Don't money Give money Give money Don't money Ayop Nyanga International Rev Bah Among Edok Yete
Nasori mega Johnson kina vota Nasori mega Johnson kina Nasori mega Johnson kina voma Nasori mega Johnson kina Nasori mega Johnson kina vota Nasori mega Johnson kina Nasori mega Johnson kina voma Nasori mega Johnson kina Ekatikero Johnson kina vota Toto welcome Johnson kina Ekatikero Johnson kina voma Toto welcome Bebe mbonyo Baba mbero wakati Sara bebe mbonyo
Wow. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. And I want to thank you very much. This is
Ndinga Mavinge Wambakwa Supe.
Oh my God, Ndinga Mavige, that's the one that I know.
Yeah.
And I'd like to thank you very much. You have come right away from Kumba and you have met us here in Boya. We'd like to thank you very much for the exciting songs that you've done here and the dance steps and the dancers, please. We say a very big shout out to you all. Please tell us when you started singing.
Yeah, I started singing long ago, but I released my first album 2006, which was titled Maruka.
The last song you did, what does it say? In which language?
Okay, the last song is in Bakundu dialect.
Bakundu, okay.
The title is Njasowara.
Njasowara, what does it mean?
It means who will stand as a mediator for this Anglophone crisis.
Oh my God, you see, if I weren't asking, then I would not have known this one. Who will stand as a mediator?
Yeah.
We want to thank you very much, and we are encouraging the African culture, Cameroonian culture, right here on Shine Africa. So we'd like to thank you very much for coming, and please, we'd like to have you again some other time.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shine, Africa, shine. Shine, Africa, shine.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from that very, very beautiful and exciting traditional musical break. And we are back here with my most esteemed guest of the day, the Rev Bah from Minjang. And at the beginning of the show, we said we'll begin by talking about the difference between African traditional religion and African Christianity.
Yes. There are 3 stages as far as religion is concerned. The first stage is the primal religion. And the primal religion is the religion of every people in the world.
Okay.
That religion that is not motivated by any foreign force.
Okay.
Many scholars have described it in different ways. Some say it's the basal, some say it's a substructure, some said it is the basic religion, and there is an account proverb which says nobody points where God is to a small child. So ask a little child where is God, and he will just take his tiny finger and point it up and say God is up there.
Okay.
So that one falls under that primal religion.
So much like divine revelation.
Inspiration, revelation, good.
Yeah,
So it's found in every cultures. Now, in those cultures, they come up with a religious system where people form groups to worship God.
Okay.
They pick up that understanding of God and form groups. In Africa, they'll call it African traditional religion. It is found in every culture in the world too.
Okay.
It is a second stage after the primary religion. Then you get now to the traditional religion of the people.
Okay.
This one now you choose to belong. In the primary religion, you don't choose. You are born in it.
Okay.
You belong to your primary religion.
Okay.
But in the traditional religion now, which is ATR, the Asian religion, the Indian religion, now you choose to which particular groupings of the religious grouping
to be Christian,
to belong there. No. In traditional religion, you can choose to be, let's take for instance, some people may say Nyankwe is a religious group.
Okay.
They may have some other kinds of names of groups where people form there, where they have
like
laws,
Rumba,
they have rules, like
they have
Rumba,
rules,
rules where they,
Voila.
in that religion, they have particular rules in which they have to follow.
Okay, let's talk
they put rituals.
African Christianity. Okay, they have
African
rituals.
traditional religion, then they have rituals.
Okay, that's fine.
Now, after this
and they
religion,
venerate the dead.
Good. In that religion, there is a lot of things they do.
Okay.
They decide to put stages for somebody to be born. We need to do this. So they now stratify the society and
according
bring in
to their cultures.
Good, and bring in rituals.
Okay.
Now, if another religion comes in, this is a foreign religion. In Africa, we have many foreign religions. Christianity is a foreign religion that came.
Okay.
Islam is a foreign religion that came.
Okay.
There is Hinduism, there is Buddhism, and all those other religions. Now, what do we do in African Christianity?
Okay.
African theologians ask the question, how were we worshiping God before Christianity came?
Okay.
And now we read the Bible with the African eyes and saw similarities in the Bible, especially in the Old Testament, that look alike with the character of the African people even before the coming of Christianity.
Yeah.
So African Christianity is promoting...
Especially in the Old Testament. Good. Yeah.
So a person like John S. Mbiti of blessed memory, a few months that he passed on, he said an African, when he started reading the Old Testament, he discovers that he is moving on familiar ground.
Wow. Okay.
So in this African Christianity, what do we talk about African Christianity? How do Africans live their Christian life without cutting off from the African which they are?
Is it necessary to live? Because that's one of the questions we had. Somebody wrote to us on our Facebook page and said, Christianity is Christianity. There's no African Christianity.
Now, when we talk about African Christianity, it depends the premise from which that individual is looking at it.
Okay.
We are talking about African Christians.
Okay.
We do Christianity in our African way.
Okay.
We can never be the same.
Africans,
yes,
and we want to be Christians.
Good.
Okay.
In this Christianity, you cannot be the same like a Chinese. When the Chinese becomes a Christian, they bring aspects of their primary religion, aspects of their Chinese religion into the Christianity.
For instance, you are a pastor in this African traditional regalia.
That makes me African pastor, an African Christian.
You are an African Christian, an African pastor. Wow, this is so beautiful.
Yeah.
But then there is something that I see that you are worried about, the devaluation of the African culture.
Yes.
Yes. What do you want to say about that? That Christianity came here and it's not doing good to the African culture? What do you want to say about that?
I'm very passionate about that. You saw from the response I gave when you sent the invitation. The devaluation of African culture, African values, has stagnated Africa for a long time.
Oh God, this
and
is
we are
bad.
looking for means.
I hate
What
the
can
word.
we do? What can we do to revitalize the African values to make them help us to have African development?
Yeah. What values are you talking about, for instance?
The necessary things. How were we doing marketing before they come to teach us economics?
Okay.
How were we doing mathematics? Were people ignorant of mathematics?
We're counting with beans, we're counting with
So,
corn. Okay.
in revitalizing African values, we are advocating that every African, whether you are in the field of mathematics, if you are studying mathematics, your thesis should highlight what was from the African background in mathematics, in physics, in whatever field of life you are doing. So bring back those systems. How were our people doing things? If you are in government, how were our people governing?
At that time.
Before
is it
the foreign
necessary?
mode of democracy came and diplomacy.
You're trying to tell us that we are not developing as much or faster because as fast as we should be developing because of the foreign cultures that we have received.
Yes.
So you're thinking that the foreign cultures are not good for Africans?
They are not that they are not good. You start from the known to the unknown.
Okay.
We need to be strong in our culture so that when we take in new ideas, we'll be able to select and say, this one matches with us. This one doesn't move with us.
And not just take anything.
And not just take anything.
Yeah, because when you got in here, I needed to bow a little and say, Bah, you're welcome, because I have respect for this regalia.
Of course.
And you came in loaded.
Good.
So I had to do something about it.
Good.
So did I do well for the African culture and African
you did well for the
Christianity?
African culture and Christianity, and there was nothing wrong in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That African Christianity, not Christianity.
African Christianity is not a particular Christianity of its own. We just mean how Africans worship their God.
Okay.
Because we are African first before becoming Christian.
So there should be some contextualization.
Yes.
We cannot just copy and paste.
When
we
don't
copy
know how.
and bring it here, we have to let it talk to us as Africans.
Of course.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, like I signaled at the beginning of the program, I did say that this was going to be a very hot program. And I'm tempted to say that we are bringing back the Rev Bah. And I'd like to say that you are now a lecturer at the Presbyterian Theological Seminary, and you have come to us from Kumba. We are in Boya, and he came from Kumba to join us on the show. When we come back from the break, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a question from a member of the audience.
Shine, Africa, shine. Shine, Africa, shine.
Thank you. Whenever I hear about Africa, I'm always so much excited. I wish to find out what should we do in order to deconstruct and reconstruct African traditional religion.
To reconstruct and deconstruct, a lot of terms. What do you say about that?
Yeah. The issue of reconstruction is something that J.N.K. Mugambi has been very vocal about.
Okay.
The question about African traditional religion, if we want to deconstruct the negative mentalities people have about it and reconstruct a better view of it, we have one thing to do, to study what African traditional religion is first of all about. There are a lot of Africans who don't know about Africa.
Okay.
Believe me, in 2007, when I went to practice in Batoke Parish, I met somebody working in Sonora, and he gave me a definition of a civilized man, which I've never forgotten. I don't know his name.
Okay, what did he say? Okay.
He said a civilized person is somebody who masters his environment.
Okay.
That there are many book people who are uncivilized.
Okay.
Because they have learned something of other people's
of
area.
Other people's
and
cultures.
Their own area, bring them back at their own area, they are empty.
Okay, so we need to
civilized
start.
Man,
yeah.
you need to study your own area.
and know about you. So that's the way forward for
That's the way forward.
African traditional religion and also for African Christianity.
Reconstruction.
Yeah, to reconstruct. Okay, thank you very much. You've taken your own question, and now is the time for you to ask me a question.
Yes, one of the difficulties African advocates have complained is that each time you want to do anything African, you have difficulties even from those who would have supported it. So Shine Africa, what are some of the challenges that you have gotten from people, maybe in the course of pursuing your views?
Yeah. Wow, this is a very important question to me because people always ask me like, why Shine Africa? We first started as Time with Mirabelle because I wanted to give a future, to let young girls know that they can become something they did not think about. Then later we went to Shine Africa. And a lot of people are like, okay, why did you not do something else? They gave me a lot of other names, yeah, because Africans don't, in my opinion, many Africans don't like Africa. Yes, people like to go to America, they like to go and be shown as people who've been to America, to France and all of that. So when you are young and you're talking Africa, it's a big challenge. But of course, you know that the African problem is also financial. So the biggest problem we've had on Shine Africa has been financial. Yeah, we have a big crew. We are in Boya now. I came here, my crew is over 20. But to be able to cut down on the expenses, I came with 10 people. Lodging 10 people here, even though the hotel has been so nice to us, it's not easy traveling with a crew of 10 people and all your equipment. So it's been a financial problem for us. Is that what you expected from me?
Yes, that's quite unfortunate. And I think the financial is because Africans don't have the interest in what is Africa.
Okay, so we can actually...
We are not poor.
Yeah, okay. We can actually grow ourselves economically, financially to change Africa.
If our mentality is for us
Thank you very much. You come from Kumba. We have given you an artist from Kumba. So we had Kumba boys in the house today and Kumba girls, of course. And now we want to do the dance slot, and you asked us to do Somebody Queen.
Yes, Auntie Queen.
Auntie Queen, and she comes from Meta, where you come from in the northwest region of Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a traditional show, and we're not going to break that culture here. So we are going to have Auntie Queen. What's the title of that song, please? Oh, God.
The nation is in trouble. It's in turmoil.
Bini is Zogoro. Bini is Zogoro. Please, ladies and gentlemen, can the sound technician give us Bini is Zogoro?
Bini is Zogoro. Mama, oh, Bini is Zanganda. Baba, Bini is Zogoro. Oh, Kiginia. Chabay, 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 chabay. Bayiri wo take tawo bonrusa. Bayiri wo take tawo bonrusa. Bayiri wo take tawo bonrusa.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Auntie Queen and for the Rev Bah. So now we are going to see exactly how many marks you've made for yourself dancing. We're going to see if you've made a 5, a 7, a 9, or a 10 for being a traditional African Christian. So is it a 5? No. Is it a 7? No. Is it a 9? No. Is it a 9? No. That leaves us with a 10. Wow, congratulations. I think you deserve it. You deserve the 10 marks. Thank you very much for coming on Shine Africa. And you're going to be the second person to sign on the African calabash. You're a traditional man, and this befits you so well. Just sign somewhere, so someday we shall know that you were on the show. Don't worry. Thank you very much. So we have his signature right here. Someday, a lucky Cameroonian, a lucky African is going to take home that calabash. And As always, on Shine Africa, you do not come, especially in Africa, anywhere, you do not go into a house and go out empty-handed. So we have this Shine Africa pillow for you to take back to Kumba. Thank you very much. Thank you so Thank you. Thank you so much. And
in response, I wish to appreciate Shine Africa for the work you have been doing.
oh, this is
Promoting
beautiful.
what is Africa, and especially seeing you, the passion with which you have
Okay.
for this. I ask for this piece of greeting from my friends in Ghana.
Wow.
This was a special gift I was given while in Ghana when I was living and going back home.
Wow.
They gave me a special greeting from Ghana. I could have still given you a greeting from Bengui, but today I choose to give you a special greeting
Okay.
that has come from
Wow.
Ghana.
This is so
For Shine
beautiful.
Thank you.
Greetings from Ghana. And we'd like to thank all of you who are watching us from Ghana, from Mali, from Sierra Leone. We get all your messages and your calls. Thank you, Africa, and thank you, Reverend Bah. Thank you very much for coming.
You're welcome.
This is for Shine Africa!
Shine, Africa, shine. Shine, Africa, shine.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we call it a wrap on today's episode of the show, here is our watchword. It is an African proverb, and it says, wisdom like a baobab tree, no one individual can embrace it. Wisdom like a baobab tree, no one individual can embrace it. And we are still in Buea, the Southwest Regional Capital, and we are at the Mountain Hotel. We'd like to thank the authorities here for giving us very beautiful rooms, for giving us very good food, and for making our guests very, very comfortable during our stay here in Buea. And I remain your host, Abongta Mirabel Sirungwa. It's a bye-bye from me to you. Bye-bye. Hotel. Of course, I remain your guest, Abongta Mirabel Sirungwa. Ladies and gentlemen, oh Jesus. Today we are going to, je te donne le end credit. Tout ce que je fais est bon.